All right, everybody, welcome back to another edition of Corona Geek. I'm here with Ondrej from GetMeBro, the developer of a great game that has real-time interaction and Twitch streaming. Ondrej, thanks for joining me.
Yeah, thank you, Charles, and hello, everybody. Thank you for having me here.
So Ondrej and I met at Pocket Gamer Connects in Vancouver. He was actually one of the very big indie pitch contestants. And I was just blown away by what he's done. What you've accomplished is really significant in terms of interaction, like I said, and just being able to watch it real time on Twitch. So if you would, I want you to kind of describe or maybe demo for us the game and give people a sense of what you've done, and then we can kind of talk about the different parts of it.
Yeah, so firstly, thank you for the nice words about the game. So as you said, it's a real-time multiplayer, and I think you want to know first how the whole thing started.
Yeah, give me the inspiration for it. I'd love to hear the story.
Yeah. My brother, who is a music composer, he was actually doing music for other game we were building, and he did just a one piece, one track. And when I got it, it was so cool. I couldn't use it, but I told him one day I'm just going to do a game just because of this piece of music. So it's actually started with the music. And just a week after that, I got that piece of the track. My other friend, Miro, who is a game designer, graphic designer of this game, he sent me a kind of like a draft of what he would like to do. And when I saw it, I told him, like, man, I have music for this. And somehow it just started rolling that pieces just fits together. And after 2 weeks, we had a playable prototype, and we gave it to our friends. But it was, at that time, it wasn't that enhanced as you saw. It was just like like runner, and you were chasing each other. And the problem was that people, when they were playing it, they forgot that there is another person. So we added more functionality, we added abilities and the way how we can really interact with other person. And then we just gave it again to our friends, and we were just listening to them on a TeamSpeak. And they started shouting on each other and having fun. And then we realized this is really cool. It works. Like when you see your friends having fun, then you're kind of like, oh, we going the right way. So from that point, we just basically were building on this foundation, and you saw the results in Vancouver.
You know, I think that's the part that attracted me to it so much, is that so many multiplayer games are sort of like you're someplace and somebody else is someplace, and maybe you play in some big team event, and you just feel disconnected from the other person. Whereas a lot of games where you sort of sit shoulder to shoulder on a couch and play with your buddy, you feel much more connected. And it seems like GetMeBro pulls those two things together: the multiplayer, the online element, but you're also having that sort of one-to-one interaction with someone else.
It's because me and Miro, we actually met each other playing Dota. So we kind of we really we are gamers as well. So we like to play competitive games, and that's another reason why we actually developed such a game, because we're just enjoying a multiplayer games where you have competitiveness involved. So it's another reason.
So your brother's the music composer. You've got somebody else doing design. I'm assuming you're doing development. So how many people are involved overall?
Currently, it's four people involved in this project. Plus, I don't count my brother as a full-time person involved in the project. So I would say 4 core people, and another probably 2 to 4 who are helping.
Okay.
Actually, yeah.
So that's a decent team size, and how's it been trying, kind of working with people? I mean, have you had a project that size before?
And not that I was leading. or I was in kind of like a team where we really have to work closely together to achieve something. I mean, I worked for the companies and for the company where we had a big team, but there was it was not game related. So
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I
this is
always,
my first like real experience on a project on a game project this size, like small size, but more people involved.
see, that's even more amazing, because it seems like, getting a project off the ground and getting people to contribute and having something that's actually tangible at the end is a very, big challenge. So the fact that you kind of started from this inspiration of just the soundtrack, and then the prototype, and then now have this multiplayer, Twitch enabled game is, a huge credit. I mean, it's great.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the Twitch element. So there's the multiplayer piece, but you also had this piece where people could watch the game and sort of be a part of it as well.
Yeah. So from the beginning, we knew that when we were building a multiplayer, and especially now that people like to watch stuff on a stream, we knew that we had to build a spectator mode in it. So you can join the lobby and you can be a spectator. You can observe the other people who are playing, and we knew that it needs to be playable on the computer, because many Twitch streamers, they want to stream from the computer. So that's where the cross-platform thingy came into the project, that we really have to be able to run this game on the PCs as well, and on the mobile phones, and on whatever else, because we wanted to be able to play on a phone and stream it on a PC, so people can basically play on anything, and you can stream it on a Twitch from the PC.
I love that, because there's so many games that you either have to play it here or you have to play it there, and then if you do play it like on desktop or on mobile, the experience is different. So
and that's where the headache as a developer comes, which is like my headaches, because then you go, even if you're using Unity as we do, and you want to do like really close cross-platform, and you want to use a plugin or whatever, it's just usually they support only, let's say, iOS and Android. And if you really want to do cross-platform, which is like Microsoft as well, and other platforms, you suddenly you have to, some of those plugins you have to drop off. You can't use them because they target in just two platforms, and you have to do everything yourself. You have to find a networking engine that works on all platforms. It's just more complicated. Like I can see why some of the people just don't do this. It's just too much.
Given what you've developed so far, I mean, how hard was it to implement Twitch? And is there anything that you would do differently?
So the Twitch is, per se, is not really in the game. It's more like we're supporting it in a way, so it's really easily to get it on a Twitch. So if you want to stream, we provide to that person a PC build. And when we're organizing tournament, we have everything built around it, or people can join the tournament from the phone, and then we have statistics generated automatically for the tournament, and like invitations are automatically sent to those people. So it's not like you're connecting your Twitch account to it, although it's in our road plan to do that. So when you're actually watching, if you have an account, so this is basically what we want to achieve. When you have an account connected to a Twitch, which is really easily to do, and you're watching, you will be able to drop items as you watch. So you will be rewarded for watching a tournament as a spectator. And
that kind of goes right along with the existing gameplay, right? Isn't there a piece in the game where you can kind of, like you as a player want to sort of jump over obstacles and avoid things, but if you reach checkpoints before the other player, you can kind of mess with them?
what do you mean?
It seemed like there was a mode where, like, me as a player, I'm kind of, we're racing each other and running ahead, But if I get someplace in the game, it seemed like I could make it more difficult for the other player, right? I could cause them trouble.
I know what you mean. This you mean in the game there are places where you can trigger stuff, and it's basically making harder for the other opponent or easier for the other opponent to get through. Yeah,
right.
we have those. Yeah, like you can trigger on the source, they start moving, so it's more hard for the other player to get through it.
Yeah.
And there is some new stuff coming, which we putting in the game is also runes. So on the map there will be like randomly spawning runes which you can get. Although like GetMeBro is really skill based, and it's up to your strategy how you're gonna approach the match. There will be some randomness that you can get a random spawn the runes, which gives you a boost or somehow give you advantage to use it with your abilities what you already have and do something amazing.
Do you have a demo or anything that we can look at?
Yeah, I do. Hopefully my friend is ready to play. If not, then I can play just with myself, I guess. When you're playing on a computer and then you have it on a phone as well. I don't know if you can see.
Nice. Okay. I see the computer.
So my camera is not. So you can't see my picture anymore.
No.
Okay, I see. All right.
Yeah. So if you're holding up your phone, I can't see your phone.
Okay. So currently they are not customized, the characters. So they are really plain, because we have a customization, quite rich customization where you can change almost anything.
So right now you're playing the phone and the computer.
Yeah. I'm basically playing against myself, which is really hard. So what you can see, I'm trying to collect those blue thingies, which is like mana, and it gives me energy. Now I can use my boost run. I'm basically trying to outrun the other guy who just got killed.
I remember that part. I do remember that you could collect like almost these power ups and stuff, like you were saying, boosts, and that was because your friend that was with you was like, okay, now use this, now use that, and I was like, okay, I forgot about those things.
So this is the part where the person who lost, they can ban some of the abilities, so they can change the way how the game is going to play. So if somebody is doing always the same thing and again, they can ban it, and the opponent is basically forced to do other strategy.
So do they ban the ability for both players or just the opponent?
No, yeah, for both players.
Okay.
So once the ability is banned, you can't use it.
That's interesting because there's a lot of games where you're like, dude, stop doing that, and you're like, and so if you can turn that off, that'd be great.
Now I'll show you. I have a silence, so I can silence the other person. Now he can't use any spells, and
that's why you're playing the game. You can kind of mess with your ability to do things. Love it.
And I'll show you. I don't have enough mana points with that other player, but I would like to show you what the other opponents can do. He has a blink, so he can basically blink forward.
Oh yeah, that was which is almost a disadvantage, right? Like right there, you blinked right into a grinder or something. So I found that I liked that feature and I hated that feature because I was like, okay, I can blink, I can jump ahead, and then sometimes I jumped right into an obstacle.
So basically, now I can tell that the player is not going to play the boost run. And I don't want him to play that's a stun. And I can pick for myself Thunder, let's say, and the other opponent can pick spells as well. So now I'm playing, this is a slow shield. So when I'm slowed by, let's say, those stones, I can activate it and I'm going like normal speed. So you win when you outrun your opponent by 30 meters. So that's where the kind of like a clutch place comes in, that you're trying to keep up with that other person. So when he's too far ahead, you have to keep up. So the game is not actually that long. Usually it takes just around 40 seconds to finish.
Oh wow!
Finish the game. And that's how quick paced the game is.
Yeah, I kept dying, so I would never actually completed a level.
I'll try to show you the spectator mode so you can actually see.
Okay.
Now you can join in. Yeah. So now I'm playing on the 2 phones. That's actually really hard. And you can see the spectator mode. This is basically the objective view of the game. So you see the both players, both abilities, and as they coming apart, the players, one is more further, and you can still see them.
Okay, so we're just watching as a Twitch watcher, and you're playing on 2 phones.
Yeah.
Interesting. Oh, which makes sense because now it zooms out, so I can see both players.
Yeah.
In view.
You can still see what they're basically doing and how they're trying to.
Yeah, because you need that sense of how far somebody is ahead or how far somebody is behind or what's coming up next. Yeah, to really get excited about it.
And so those spells which you see currently, those are just like more defensive and like a running spells. But you have also like attacking spells where you can basically, when the person is jumping over the saw, you can just kill him. Just slows him, you kill him, when you stun him. So there are ways how you can just really piss off the other player. And when you find a way how to combine 2 abilities together, so let's say you have a silence and this thunder which like slows you down and kill you on the saw. When you combine it, you use the silence and then immediately thunder. The opponent can't do anything about it. So it's really interesting how somehow players are combining those spells and trying to figure out the strategy, how to beat the opponent. And because the map is actually changing every week, because it's randomly generated, so it generates differently. The set of saws, the obstacles are completely different and favoring a different spells, different strategy. It's really, really cool. Like I love playing this game, actually. I like it.
Well, I'm glad you created it. So, which is usually the best case when someone creates something for themselves first.
You're not trying to create a game which is not fun to play.
Yeah. Okay, well that's fantastic. So, where can people get the game? I mean, is it on Steam? Is it on the mobile stores? Where can they get it?
So currently, it's only soft launch in Europe. So. If you would like to get it, you would have to change your iOS or Android to a UK, for example, and buy it over there because it's a premium game at the moment as well. But very soon it's going to be free to play. We're going to be on the Steam as well, and we launch the rest of the world when we feel it's ready.
Okay, so is there a place?
It's soon. It's not far away.
Is there a place where someone should go and sign up to be notified when? Or can they follow you on Facebook or where?
You can just follow us on Twitter basically, and we constantly putting there new stuff and announcements.
Okay, so what I'll do is I'll put a link in the show notes to your website and to Twitter, and then if you will, send me a link to the UK store, and I'll just link all that up in the show notes, and people can go check it out.
Yeah, actually, if somebody is really interested and wants a game to be able to play it on Android, we can do that. I can send those people a codes, and they can download the game from the store.
Should they contact you through the website then?
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. All right. Well, I will link everything up, and you guys go do that. So, Ondrej, thank you for sharing GetMeBro. And
thank you for inviting me for this on the chat.
Yeah, and good luck with all your future development.
Yeah, thank you. And good luck with your interviews.